What's going on, guys? I am SimpleSimon, and today I got the day off. I've just been hanging out with my boys Nutman, a comic book worm, and Otaku tour guide. They had me on as a guest. Well, I was a co-host today, but the guest didn't show up, so I became the guest. Huh? How about that? So I just got off stream because I have a lot to do today. I'm going to go down to Pop Toys. That's run by Andrew. He's got an action figure for me to pick up. So I'll probably go down there. I have done a video there before, but I will show you a bit of the shop, but it won't be a full extensive tour of the shop, but we'll give you some footage from Pop Toys. Then I'm going to go down to Springvale and pick up some electronics. That won't be in the video, but right near there's a place called Waverley Bazaar, something like that, antiques and collectibles. It's kind of like Pickers Retro Haven, which I've been to before. It just has like stores that have like sort of just old collectibles, antiques and things like that. So because I'm going to be in that area on the way home, I'm going to stop past there and check it out too. That's what we're doing. Just a quick shout out to my some minions. Your support is greatly appreciated. Channel membership is now available. To find out more, hit the join button to find out about perks and exclusive videos and content. But always remember, your membership is not required. The best way to support the channel is by liking and commenting on all the videos. Let's do this. So my first stop was at Pop Toys, located in Moorabbin, run by Andrew, who also is one of the organisers of the Vintage and Modern Toy Fair and the Giant Size Toy Fair, and it's also the shop where Mad Spidey gets his pop vinyls. So I didn't get too much footage while I was at the shop. If you guys want to have a more extensive look at Pop Toys, check out my video where I went action figure hunting at Pop Toys. There'll be a link to it at the end of this video, or you can check out the playlist that's in the description if you want to see all the different places that I go to in these vlogs. So we're going to have a quick look at Pop Toys. Obviously they specialize in pop vinyl, so if you're a big pop collector, they've got what you're looking for, but they also do a lot of action figures, Marvel Legends, DC Multiverse, Star Wars Black Series, amongst other things. Really wanted that Gambit there, but I don't want to get that Gambit figure unless I can get Rogue. And I actually learned that day that Rogue is pretty much impossible to get unless you want to pay top dollar for it. Check it out, they had these old UFC pop vinyls. I actually have GSP. And I wouldn't mind that Anderson Silver, but unfortunately I don't collect pops anymore. But the coolest thing about going to Pop Toys that day was I ran into some fans. Hey guys, I'm here with Gabriel and Steve, regulars at Pop Toys here. Now Gabriel, you're a big toy collector, right?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to show us what you got today?
Yes.
Let's have a look.
So I got the Pennywise,
Look at that.
McFarlane.
Oh wait, before you put it back, how's the condition of the box?
Good.
Have a look.
It's pretty good.
It's perfect, right?
Very, very
It's got to be perfect. Right, Andrew?
Yes.
The next item that we got was the Chica Pop from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Awesome.
And the condition of the box?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Mint
It's a
condition.
Gem mint.
Mint condition, yes.
And then we also got Green Bunny.
Five Nights at Freddy Pops. How many pop vinyls do you have?
What
Must have
do you think there?
probably about
And then also the Marty McFly. So
50.
Oh, Back to the Future fan as
hopefully we
well.
get the chase.
Yeah, I hope you get the chase too.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's great to bump into Simon at Pop Toys Moorabbin. Hope to see you again at all the fairs. And
Andrew, what should they do when they watch the video?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to him.
subscribe.
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 Thanks, Simon.
All right, Andrew, let's plug the next event.
We'll be at the Vintage and Modern Toy Fair on the 23rd of June. So see you all there.
Excellent. Have you seen Simon lately? The other Simon?
The other Simon has got some special pops waiting for him.
Yeah.
So we'll see him soon.
Come get your pops, Spidey.
Mad Spidey, come on down.
All right, and don't forget June 23rd, the Vintage and Modern Toy Fair. Thanks, mate. So Pop Toys was fun. It was cool to see Andrew and my new little buddy Gabriel and his father Steve. Had a good chat with them too. I picked up an order and also couldn't help myself. I bought something while I was there. But now I'm in Springvale. I just picked up some parts for a mate to fix something for me anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna head to the I don't even know what it's called. I think it's the Waverley Antique Bazaar or something like that. But that's where we're going. So here's the correct name, Waverley Antique Bazaar. It's the first time checking this place out, and as you can see, it's massive, so I couldn't wait to get inside. Boom, inside. So the first stall that really caught my eye was this place, Atomic Void. There you go, there's a sign. Trading cards and collectibles. They had a range of things. There's some comic books from my mate Gore Vidal, who's the biggest Phantom fan in the world. You should move to Australia, Gore, if you're watching this. There's some Simpsons comic books there. You got some Batman stuff. I don't even know what those Batmans are from, but Star Wars. This stall had kind of a bit of everything. Some video games, they had trading cards and everything else like that too. Now, I actually found out about this place from Pickers Retro Haven, which I've been to in a few of my videos. Very similar place that do antiques, collectibles, and trash and treasure type stuff. It's actually the team at Pickers Retro Haven that told me about this place when I was there last, because they knew I was going to be in this area, and they said, "Oh, have you been to Waverley Antique Bazaar? That's a place you'd love." And yeah, so shout out to those guys for actually letting me know about this place and sharing the love. There's some Halo graded comic books, don't see them very often. Some Pokemon cards for all you Pokemon card guys. Check it out, it's Woody and the gang. They're all here. The cast from Toy Story hang out at Waverley Antique Bazaar. Look at all this stuff. There's just so much stuff to feast your eyes on. You could really spend hours and hours and hours looking through this place. I stumbled across this awesome Bebop figure, which looked pretty cool. I remember these M&M things when I was a kid. That yellow one in the middle, I used to have one of them. You pull his hand down and an M&M would come out into your hand. It was the best. They had movie cinema cups, popcorn tins and things like that. I actually do collect the DC popcorn tins when they do come out. So that was pretty cool. Now, I don't actually know what this thing was. It might have been an alarm clock, I'm not sure, but how awesome is this Darth Vader piece? If he had his lightsaber, it would have been even better. Now, see this teddy bear? I freaked out. I had that bear. It was my favorite soft toy for a while when I was a little kid. I couldn't believe I saw it here. I actually took a photo and sent it to my mum. Now that tag there said the Beast from X-Men. I don't think this is a Beast from X-Men. It actually looks like a werewolf Han Solo to me. What do you reckon? Now this stall caught my eye from a mile away. A cabinet full of toys, so I had to go through here, and they had some pretty cool stuff actually. You guys expect me to say, I pity the fool, right? Well, I'm gonna. I pity the fool who looks in this cabinet and doesn't take me home. I pity the fool. Pretty cool stuff in here though. Very cool. There's some Xena action figure action from my boy Perry Comics, who's a Xena fanatic. But yeah, this cabinet was full of good stuff to look at. I stood there for quite some time going through the cabinets. Now, if you're my age or older, when I was a little kid, I remember it wasn't uncommon for people to have these paintings of these naked, beautiful ladies on the wall. When I see these, it just takes me back to my childhood, actually. I saw this cabinet of dolls, but I couldn't help but pay attention to these little statues they had here. They remind me, I don't know if they're vintage or not, but if they are, they remind me of like olden day manga statues. Now, this was the point I realized how big this place really was. Had to choose a path here. I decided to go this way, and wouldn't you know it, I walked into the past. This stall here was absolutely awesome. Look at this, oh my goodness. I have just gone into a time machine and gone back to the 90s, 80s, early 2000s. Let's just say back in the day. But this stall was absolutely awesomely set up. They had all kinds of cool things in here. Now the craziest thing was the videos were actually alphabetized. Now they weren't perfect, but it was pretty good. All the S's were with S and so on. It's just that obviously people don't put stuff, back in the right place. It's not that hard to put stuff where you found it. But anyway, I couldn't believe how well organized this place was. Look at this. They had X-Men animated on VHS. And because I've been watching X-Men 97, I thought that was pretty cool. Look at these old classics. Look at this. Old Marvel Spider-Man animated. This was just super cool to see this stuff. Now I did have a look to see if I could find a copy of Heather's for Sarah. Unfortunately I had no luck, but I found the closest thing, which is Cuffs. I always used to get those movies mixed up for some reason because of Christian Slater. Remember these snakes back in the 80s? You'd hold them by the tail and they'd start like slithering. Is that the word, slithering? Or slither the noise they make? They start like, you know, moving when you hold their tail. They were pretty cool. Those Rocky Balboa glasses were very tempting because I'm a huge Rocky Balboa guy. Here's some more Star Wars action. There was quite a few cabinets with Star Wars. Now these little cups were pretty cool here. I was pretty tempted to pick those up with the Han and Leia kissing. Now I couldn't tell if these were vintage or not, but those Superman figures look pretty damn old. Now I came across all these awesome Pez dispensers. Pez is something I've always wanted to kind of collect, but I just haven't gotten. I just feel like they would take up too much room, but Pez dispensers I think are super cool. Now fun fact, one of my dream cars is a Ferrari Testarossa. I used to watch Miami Vice back in the day with my older brothers, but I want it in silver, thank you very much. Another thing that was cool in the 80s was these things, yo-yos, but specifically the Coca-Cola yo-yo. Had to get a shot of these little pussycat things, these dancing cats, because I'm a pussycat guy. And then you got these random anime statues just hanging out with them. Now this place really was like a massive maze, but it was cool to find little cracks in the wall, and you'd find these little surprises in the cracks in the wall, like this. Look at this, a little crack in the wall. You go on there and look, crazy. I mean, it's not really my thing, but you know, if like a little girl walked in here, you know, just running around and then stumbled across this, she'd be stoked. Hey, not to say that only little girls collect dolls. I mean, you know, anyone can collect dolls. I'm going to stop talking. I had to get a shot of this. I thought this was super cool. Silver Star. I don't know what that is or who he is, but check this out. It's pretty cool comic book art. Look at this. Batman, Catman, and a kid called Ginger. The comic book invasion of Australia. I thought that was pretty cool and worth getting some footage of. Now look at this. Dick Tracy doll statue. I don't know what it is, but it was a little bit expensive considering he was missing the hat. I mean, apart from the coat and the watch, the hat is the most iconic part. You can't have Dick Tracy without a hat, so I had to put that one back. But thought I'd better get a shot of old Brittany Murphy. Shout out to Brittany Murphy, rest in peace. Now something I finally stumbled across was comic books. Look at this, a spinner rack. I hadn't come across any comic books and I was kind of surprised. Apart from that first store with the Phantom comic books, the Phantom comic books don't really count as comic books. But then it turns out that this stand is actually more magazines, so that was a bit of a letdown. Hey, I finally stumbled across some comic books. It was a relief to finally see some short boxes. They had some trade paperbacks there as well. So I thought I'd go through the short box to see what they had to offer. And Phantom? What is going on with all the oh, bondage cover. Now, is this a Dick Tracy Phantom crossover? That's totally Dick Tracy, right? If it's not, that's a copyright strike if I've ever seen one. Now, again, I couldn't believe how big this place was. I was really starting to get lost. Now, I was looking at these big boy statues, wondering who buys these things. Turns out the couple who were standing right next to me ended up buying one. Here's some more action figure goodness. That's what I'm on the hunt for, these 12-inch figures. Now, I actually stumbled across, look at that. There's Green Arrow that I recently picked up from Aaron's for absolutely $0. So shout out to Aaron's Collectibles. Here's some more Pez dispensers. I couldn't believe how many cool Pez dispensers they had at the store. Got some amiibos. Now this store here, I'm positive, is the same store from Pickers Retro Haven. I had video games, toys, statues, all kinds of cool stuff, and comic books. Now unfortunately, these were the best comics I'd seen in the place, but they were locked in a cabinet. And I didn't want to have to get someone to get the key just so I could flick through every box while they stood there and watch me. So that was sad. I didn't get to go through those comics, but maybe next time I go, I'll go and ask for the key and make them stand there and watch me flick through all those comics and be like, this is your full. How cool is this massive Angela statue figure? It was only $45 as well, which is crazy. There's some Kenner Predator. This cabinet, I was all about this cabinet. I had a mixture of, what's going on with the camera? Oh, terrible. Here's some Motu. Now, they didn't have an original He-Man because, you know, I'm after one of those too. And then we're just going to finish up with this awesome Star Wars chess set. Woo, fire. All right, so they were actually about to close and I didn't even get through the whole place. I only got through half the place. So I will return to this place, but I definitely picked up some stuff. So we'll go to the hall and I'll show you what I picked up today. All right, so I'm just in the car park here at the front of Woolies. I figured I'd just finish the video off here. Unfortunately, I didn't get to complete the whole of the Waverley Antique Bazaar. The place was just massive, as you can see. It was like a maze, which is kind of good. Like with Pickers, Retro Haven, which is obviously a very similar place, the layout's a little bit easier to just, it's like a circle and then there's a thing in the middle. But it's very easy to navigate through there. This place was very hard to navigate. It was like a maze, but like I said, I kind of enjoy that. It was kind of fun finding those cracks in the walls and finding things. So I will be back to Waverley Antique Bazaar to do the other half and have another look there. I just got there too late. Blame Slim and Otaku for doing the stream with me this morning. But I'll show you guys what I picked up today. Firstly from Pop Toys. Also, just a shout out to Gabriel and Steve who were there. Gabriel walked into the shop and he was like he couldn't believe that I was there because, you know, he watches the videos. Very cool. It seemed to make his day to be able to get a photo with me. So that makes my day. So shout out to you guys for having a chat today. Andrew from Pop Toys. I picked up 2 figures. This was the one he ordered for me. Oh, the glare's a bit crap. Which is the Deadpool figure. Marvel Legends. I've been wanting a Deadpool Marvel Legends figure. And this one obviously is a new one that just came out. For the movie, they also did a Hugh Jackman Wolverine. So Andrew got one of those in for me. So there's that. And while I was there, I couldn't help myself. I really didn't want to spend a lot of money today because I don't have a lot of money. But he had something on the shelf which is just starting to become very hard to get. So I thought, you know what, since you've got it, I may as well pick it up. I picked up the X-Men 97 Wolverine because, you know, X-Men guy, that's me. When I was a kid, Wolverine obviously was one of my favorites. Gambit, I would tell everyone Gambit was my favorite. Wolverine was like everyone's favorite, so it was one of those things. I was always that, throughout my whole life, like, if it's everyone's favorite, I'd always have to have a side person who was actually my favorite, you know? It was weird. Anyway, so from Waverley Bazaar, I picked up a few things. Sarah's away this weekend in Sydney, and I really wanted to get her something just as a, you know, as a welcome home thing for when she comes home. So this is pretty random. I'm sure in the narration of the video, I mentioned that I've always wanted to collect Pez dispensers. I've got a couple of Star Wars ones. Shout out to Mrs. Mad Spidey who gave me those. But I saw some cool Pez dispensers and I thought I'd buy them for Sarah. So first is a Lightning McQueen one because she is a massive Lightning McQueen fan. Ka-chow! And then she's also a fan of Wally. She loves Wally. So I got Wally and Eve, right? So I got those. These are all super cheap, so, you know, it wasn't expensive to get these. And then this one, she'll absolutely love this. It's a little transparent Hello Kitty Pez dispenser, so that's pretty cool. So I picked those up for Sarah, and then I also saw something that I was like, oh, I think I want that. I picked myself up a Predator, vintage Kenner Predator figure. This is the something Tusk. I remember my brother talking about this one in the video that we did on his Aliens Predator collection. So I picked that up for myself. And that's it. Again, I had a super fun day today. So shout out to Andrew at Pop Toys, Gabriel and Steve, and a shout out to the guys at Waverley Antique Bazaar. The lady who grabbed the stuff out of the cabinet was very lovely to chat to. She actually mentioned she had a store there that sells Pez dispensers too, but I was like, you're about to close. I didn't want to hold up. I was just like, you know, let's just buy my stuff. So yeah, I literally only got through, there's still another half of that place to go through, so I will go back there and I'll probably go take Sarah there next time and we'll check out the rest of the Waverley Antique Bazaar. So that's it for this one. If you guys are still watching this video, I appreciate you. If you want to show some support for the channel, make sure you give the video a like, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the places I went to today. Don't forget, I got a Redbubble store, so if you want to get some cool SimpleSimon prints on stickers, t-shirts, whatever you want, check that out in the description below, as well as the playlist to all my vlogs if you want to see more places that I've been to. So that's it for this one. Until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.